Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Today is March 19th, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Also, if you hear a noise in the background, I am washing dishes. I have so much to do and I am recording, but it's currently 4:30 and I want to have this all done by about 7:30. So the cats are doing really well. I don't know if they're going to come in here or not. They might. If they hear me talking, they might not. They're both on the bed sleeping, so together in my room. So they're doing great. Stella has learned in the last week that she actually can climb up walls to a degree. Like, so in my Snoopy guest bedroom and in my office, those are my highest windows in the house. They're 4 feet up in the air. So they're like 72 inches long, and anyways, they're short and long, basically. She can almost get up to it from the ground, but not quite. She can get up to where she can put her claws into the windowsill, and then she uses her back claws to climb the rest of the way up. So that's a new trick. She gets in my TV cabinet and climbs up behind my television. She's been getting on all the tables and stealing anything small enough for her to steal and then playing with it at like 3 in the morning. It's been a week as far as that goes. So she's just still being a kitten, but she's not growing in size. So she does what she can with the size that she is. But anyways, so yes, that is what's going on here with her. Potter is sometimes, I think, annoyed, but also at the same time enamored. So he's doing great too. Let's see, me, work is work. It's been busy. Last weekend, so I've had a very productive, unproductive week as far as crafting and cross stitching goes. Well, as far as cross stitching goes, as far as crafting goes, I've gotten a fair amount done, I think. And so we'll talk about it. I've done some other crafting other than cross stitch, but we'll talk about it. And so anyways, that was like, it was a yawn, but I also thought it was going to be a hiccup. I don't know. Who knows? Honestly, who knows? Okay. So, before I talk about what happened this last weekend, the reason why I have to get stuff done, I've got to finish picking up the kitchen and the living room, and I need to sweep and mop. I desperately need to mop. I don't have to mop, but I've been putting off mopping for like 7 months now, so I really need to. It's starting to bother me. So I need to sweep, vacuum, and mop, and take out the completely change out the litter boxes, and then I think I'm good for the night. But my friend Tracy is coming over whenever she gets off work today at 7:30. We've got to go to the grocery store to pick up some stuff for this weekend, because finally our friend Caitlin is able to come into town. She was going to come in for my birthday weekend whenever we got together and had a girls' lunch, and that got foiled for her. Work last minute told her she couldn't have her days off. And then she was going to come down the weekend before the giant weird winter storm hit Texas. And if she would have come down, she decided last minute, within a couple hours of needing to leave for that weekend, not to come, because she's on the Texas-Oklahoma line type area. So it's a 4.5 hour drive for her to get here anyways, 4.5 to 5 hour drive. So anyways, if she would have come in, she wouldn't have made it home for like a week and a half. Like she would have been stuck between my house and Tracy's apartment. So for a week and a half. So it is good that she stayed at home. And so anyways, we rescheduled like that next week for this weekend. So we're super excited. So we're basically going to have a girls' weekend. I'm going to be doing cooking on Sunday because I eat a very specific diet and she's totally cool with the foods that I have to have. So we're going to go and get the supplies for that for 3 people. So anyways, so that's what's happening this weekend. And I'll talk about my plans for this weekend and the upcoming week because I want to be more productive with my cross stitch this next week, but there is also some exciting stuff that correlates with why I was less productive this week. So I don't know what y'all want to see first. So last weekend, so I recorded on Friday that I'm going to finish these last 2 of the Jelly Bean Jubilees, and then I'm going to move on to either Fruits or Witches of Salem, and probably will have 3 things done. I have 0 things done. I did work on one of the, I do have one finish. So I finished Easter Parade out of Jelly Bean Jubilee, and then I started the next one. Or did I have the Easter Parade done? I don't remember. We'll get into it. Okay, let's just get into it. I have so much to show you. For not having a lot done, I have a lot to show you. How does that work? No one knows. Okay, okay, so I did finish Easter Parade. And that's these little guys right here. These 2 little chicks carrying their little basket of carrots. I might have finished this last Friday. I honestly cannot remember. Or I might have been almost done with it last Friday. Can somebody remind me? Anyways, I did the ears again in the 06. I didn't do satin stitch, but I did a lighter color for the wings. And the only other thing that I changed other than just colors in general, I think I did talk about this. So the tie-dye thread here is on his tie and hat. And I also did 06 for his shirt instead of white. And I did purple flowers. I think I did have that done last week because I think I remember talking about it. Okay, so I did start Jelly Bean Garden. And so all that I've left, I have to finish the big bowl and I have to stitch in her apron. I am going to make her apron white because it's going to be surrounded by another color. It should actually like be visible. That's kind of what I've discovered with this fabric. So I just have to finish the bowl and her apron. And then I have 1 pattern left out of the book and then I can send it to Amanda. And that is Tiptoeing Through the Tulips. So it's the 2 rows of tulips with a little chick in the tulips, and there's a couple little bees. It's super cute. So that's where this one is at. This one will get finished this next week, and hopefully we'll tiptoeing through the tulips. So I worked on this a little bit over the weekend, like Friday night and Saturday morning. And then Saturday evening, I went over to my friend Ashley. So I'm going to kind of like talk about this in the order that it happened in, just because I don't know why it makes a little bit of sense to me. I went over to my friend Ashley's house and we like to craft and stuff. And anyways, she's the one who makes the little animals and things like that. I've posted about it and reposted some of her stuff. It's super cute. You should go check her out. Textiles_by_Ash on Instagram. Her stuff is super cute and she does sell it. Quilts, little animals, scarves, hats. She crochets, knits, sews. She has done 2 cross stitches before. And she also weaves. Like, she has like woven baby blankets. So go check her out. She's really awesome. But we wanted to have like a girls like crafty night. And so I took over 2 projects. I took over the fabric to make the pillows behind me. Yep. And I took over a mini charm pack to make a needle book. So I made this needle book, and she keeps all of her Moda ribbons. And so yeah, she helped me figure out the needle book. So I put together, this is from Midnight Magic by Moda, this mini charm pack, and you can still find this one, but it's like florals and like little cats and like moons and crescents and stars and things like that. It's really super cute. And so these are all the gray and black fabrics from the mini charm pack, and then there's orange and whites and orange and grays, and I put those on the inside to put the color on the inside. But she had some of the Moda ribbon, and she gave me the inside fabric from her stash because I didn't bring any. I don't know what I was expecting. Anyways, I didn't have background fabric, but so anyways, I decided to make this little needle book. And so this is the inside. So it's the same prints, they're just oranges and blacks. There you go. And so she had this in her stash. She had a fair amount of it, and she let me have a couple little pieces to make this little needle book. And I bought felt to make the little pages, and these are also little pockets, so I can stick like a marker. Oh, I got this at the gun store. It's a pocket knife sharpener, but I'm going to use it for my embroidery scissors. But you know, I can carry my Tula scissors, a highlighter, my sharpener, all my needles, and like even like loose threads if I need to, or my orts or whatever. So I made this little needle book. I absolutely love it. I need to work on, so whenever it comes to like binding on a quilt, I'm really good at like hiding the stitches, but whenever it comes to like sealing up like open ends like this, I'm not so great. So I need to work on that, but you know, I don't care. It's super cute and I really like it. And so that's that. So we worked on that, and then I cut out the fabric to replace my cushions for my couch. I have had this fabric for over a year, and it sold out super fast at our quilt store. It's kind of like a duck cloth, and so I got a plain duck cloth from Hobby Lobby to be a coordinate because I wasn't gonna have enough of this. And so I dyed it. I just bought like a natural color, but it wasn't the same, it wasn't the exact same natural that's on this background. So I dyed it to be like a similar coordinate, and the colors go way better with this couch. But I had been wanting to do it before I got my cousin's old couch. So I wanted this even for like my old orange tweed couch. So anyways, I cut out the fabric for all 3 pillows, and I made them the next day. And I absolutely love them. The other ones were old, rusted, dusted, crusted. Literally the corner seams were actually busted. And so, yeah, I made notes of how big they needed to be. Because I didn't make the cushion, I didn't make the covers for the previous fabric. One of my friends did, and so I wrote down the size that we did these in, and so I don't know, maybe I will make like a seasonal ones that go kind of with like my aesthetic and with the couch. Like this could be like spring and summer, and maybe I find something for like fall/winter. I don't know. So anyways, they were really fun to make, and I absolutely love them. And they still kind of go with my Aztec blanket that I have in the back. I got that at the Houston Rodeo like 4 years ago from a lady who makes that stuff out in Utah. I can't remember. Her name is on the tag, but she was super, super nice. And I love blues and oranges and browns, so I like having it out on the back of my couch. Okay, so that's kind of what happened with the weekend. And then throughout the week, Tuesday and Thursday, I went to the gym to meet up with my trainer because there's this gym challenge going on right now because I'm not currently a member at my gym and I work with my trainer online only. But he does still work in town, so every once in a while I do get to see him in person and just do like live check-ins with him. But this month, and I might have mentioned this month, the gym where he's at was doing a challenge for charity. And you don't have to be a member of the gym. So you basically bought into the challenge, and whoever wins at the end of the month, that person goes home with half the pot, the other half goes to charity. So I bought in to do this challenge because the other fun caveat was that this month, if you were already a client of his, and regardless if you were a member of the gym, you would get a week, you would get a training, an in-person training a week for this month for free. And we haven't been able to work together since last March. And so he wanted to use it as a way to get me back into the gym and get me back to lifting heavy weights. I'm already back to my deadlift being 135, which in 2.5 weeks, which is crazy. And my leg press is already back up to 357, which is so much fun. I did my first complex combo last night, but I've been coming in on Tuesdays or Thursdays, and we work out before the Zumba and bar class, and I've been staying for at least Zumba and part of the bar class. So it's been a ton of fun. So there's that. But Tuesday and Thursday, I stayed 3 hours at the gym each time. And whenever I got home, I was so tired. I just like zoned out for a little bit to eat my dinner super late and watch some Ghost Adventures, and then I went to bed. So I didn't really stitch much on Tuesday and Thursday this week, and I've got to figure out my times again because I'm going to be rejoining the gym on April 1st or like the first week of April, and my homeworks are now going to be like stuff that has me in the gym for like an hour to an hour and a half, like every day. And I'm really excited about it. And that's just weights. So I am genuinely really excited about it. I was starting to hit a wall with what I could do at home, you know, having been doing my entire weight loss for the most part at home by myself, walking the neighborhood, using bands and using straps. So I'm excited to be back in the gym. So anyways, I've been off and on working on my bunny. Need to finish her. Maybe she'll get finished tonight. You'll find out first on Instagram. But I did the other night want to take a break. I think Wednesday I decided to take a break from sewing and from my bunny, and I pulled fruits back out. So I started filling in my kiwis. And this has a lot of brown. Part of me wanted to work on one of the citrus because they're all just oranges and yellows. But at the same time, I was like, all of the colors for them are in all 3 patterns, and at least the kiwi, I can get all of the, like I can get the 3 browns and the 2 greens out of the pile of threads. So, yeah. So we've got some kiwi work going on. So that's currently my goal this week. I'm going to finish this dang bunny, and if anything, at least start tiptoeing in the tulips. But I would like to have that done at the very beginning of April. I have something though that I need to make, so I can't send it right away to Amanda. So Amanda, la 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 la. But she knows I have a couple of things to send her. I have a couple of things to send Emily. I have a couple of things to send Cassie. So, but I am going to be making something for those packages as well and keeping them a secret. So I'm not going to say what I'm making. I'm not going to be, anyways. I've needed to send out these packages for a couple of months, literally. And to Emily and Cassie especially, I'm really sorry that I have not gotten them sent out to you guys. But this whole time, well, and Cassie knows this whole time I've wanted to make something to put in them to go with the other things in the packages. And I was having a hard time figuring it out, and I know what I'm going to make. I know what I'm going to make, but it'll probably take me another week or two. So they are going to go out at some point in April. So if I don't finish tiptoeing in the garden by next Friday, I'm not going to be mad at myself because it'll be fine. As long as she's done by the time this package needs to go out, then that's all that I care about. That's where I'm at. Okay, so, all right, I got a little bit of haul. Okay, I'm going to talk about my cross stitch haul. Oh, maybe plans. Let's do, okay. So, bunny is going to get done. Tiptoeing is at least going to get started. We're going to get some more work done on fruits. That's a definite. And then the other thing for sure this weekend while Caitlin's in, I'm going to take that time to work on my mini Titanics Haid. Because whenever Caitlin comes into town, she's not a crafty friend. Tracy does cross stitch, but she never does it. I don't know. She says that she wants to and like should, but then she never brings it and works on it. So we're basically just going to be watching like TV and movies all weekend and just like gossiping and talking because it's been forever. So I'm going to work on my Titanic over the weekend. So that's why I'm saying like we'll see how much gets done during the week on the others, because I want to get 2 really good days, Saturday and Sunday, in on my Titanic, because I was supposed to be working on Titanic all this month, and it's the last week of the month. So I want to get some really good time in on it, and I'll probably also work on it the next weekend, which is the last weekend of this month, because this month just went by, and like I've just been doing other crafts too. My friend Ashley, I don't know how she like is able to do a little bit of everything every single day. Like Heather got to meet her the other weekend, and it's literally, and so did Tiffany, and it's literally like witchcraft. Like they were amused and baffled at the same time how she like does 87 crafts on the same day. I can't. I get so confused. But I also like sewing. I've been in the mood to like sew, which brings, well, we'll talk about haul. I'm like so thirsty. Okay. I drink a lot of water. I'm good, I promise. Okay. So I got a little bit of haul, and I've kind of mentioned these, and they finally came in. So the frosted pumpkin, the newest, I didn't make it online in time to get the needle minder for this year's SAL because I forget what was going on that day, but I didn't have access. Oh, that's what it was. It came out during the winter storm, and I didn't have power, let alone internet. So, anyways, I couldn't get online. So, they restocked the little macaroon, And even though, so I get every single Frosted Pumpkin needle minder. I love the wood needle minders. They're my favorite over the enamel ones, over the pin ones, the button ones, the 3D ones with and without little diamond encrusted stuff. I love the wooden ones for whatever reason, and theirs are always just so stinking cute. And I actually love macaroons. I haven't had a macaroon in a really long time, obviously. I also haven't had a macaron in a really long time, and I really love those. Actually, are these macarons and the coconut ones are macaroons? Because that's how they say it in Louisiana. Like if you go to a French Cajun like patisserie, these are not macaroons, they're macarons, I think, and the coconut ones dipped in chocolate are macaroons. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, this came in. It's so super stinking cute. I love it. And so my collection of their needle minders is again complete. So they're the needle minders that I use, and like most of them I don't even use. I like have certain ones that I leave out all the time, or I'll rotate them, but like there's so many needle minders and I don't leave them on projects, so why am I still buying them? But anyways, I am. My order from Abby at Top Knot Stitcher came in. That's not part of my haul. I grabbed too many things out of the bin. So my order from Abby came in. These are the 3 current Sunday stitches. So Sunday Stitches by Heartstring Samplery Beth Twist is only available from shops who are on her auto ship list. So if you go to her website, the Heartstring Samplery website, and click on there's a tab for Sunday Stitches right now, you'll see a couple of things. Whenever you go to the Sunday Stitches tab, there will be another link to see all the stores that are going to have these patterns. And then you will also see these 3 for January, February, and March, but you won't see the examples of what the other months are, but you'll know which hymns they're going to be based off of. And so these are either a lyric from the hymn or the hymn name in cross stitch. So the first one is Amazing Grace. So pretty. The next one is Be Thou My Vision. Again, so pretty. And then Chilling, the Old Rugged Cross. I love this one. I think this one is my absolute favorite out of the 3, but I do want to stitch all of them. I love this song. So I think these are more along the lines of Baptist music, I believe. I mean, I've heard all of these in the Baptist church. These aren't songs, aside from Amazing Grace, these aren't songs that we sing in the Catholic church, but I have heard them. Like I said, I know the Old Rugged Cross. I'm pretty sure Alan Jackson did a cover of it. So this one is really super well known. This one, for me, not as well known, and everyone knows Amazing Grace. But anyways, I love this series. I'm super into it, and I'm going to be getting more of them. But Abby Top Knot Stitcher was the only seller on that list that had all 3 currently available. So I went ahead and got those, and they finally came in. Everything else that I want from Expo or that's newer is going to wait until I get some more things done and maybe do a D-stash or 2. So they sit on the wait list, wish list. Okay, so this is my like quilty design book, and you know, like here's the quilt that I did for my dad. Like I doodle it out, even if it's like an existing pattern, I doodle it out and I figure out the sizes that I want to make it for whatever size quilt I want to make it. Like if I need to alter the size of the pieces, if I want to, like, whatever I want to alter. And so, I've doodled a lot of things in here, but like I write down, you know, like how many pieces I need of which cuts and all kinds of stuff. And I've doodled all kinds of quilts in here. Ones that I've tried like figuring out myself. I really want to do a diamond quilt so bad one day. I just can't pick what colors I want to do. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine here. But I also, like, whenever I had a Kindle Paperwhite, I made a case for it. So, like, those are the dimensions for that. I made a wall hanging for my 2 great aunts, and the whole family signed it with fabric markers for their 80th birthday. Like, eight years ago. I have a note for my living room couch covers. These guys right here. I went ahead and made that note. Anyways, so that brings me to, oh, this is that Christmas charm pillow blanket that I'm making. I have the first third done and all pieced, but these colors coordinate to the color, like the main color in the fabric, and I've picked not which like green or red fabric goes where, but that a green or a red fabric is going to go there, if that makes sense. So that's fun. I did that. I don't know why, but I did. So I doodle all kinds of things out. So I found a free pattern on the Fat Quarter Shop for a layer cake. Oh, what's it called? Layer cake lattice quilt. And this is basically like what it looks like, but without holes. So like more like that. They all touch. Okay. I found a fabric from Moda that I didn't know existed until literally this weekend after Ashley and I had hung out, and I told her that I found my dream fabric, and I like almost had an aneurysm. I was so excited. So I bought a fat eighth of it, of the set. It's 32 fabrics, and I got the fat eighth bundle. I need to iron everything and see if I need to get any more. If I do, I'm either gonna get a layer cake, or I'm getting another, for like $10 more, I can get another fat eighth. The layer cake will give me 42 pieces of fabric. However, I would rather have the 32 and have some extra of all the fabrics than have a layer cake and have a couple of repeats. So I don't know, it is what it is. So this fabric line, Maureen McCormick of the Brady Bunch designed. If you know me at all, if you've been watching me at all, my house looks like my grandmother died and I moved in. I've had a lot of death in my life, which I've talked about before, but I've had a lot of death in my life. I've inherited a lot of my furniture, but my aesthetic is antiques, 60s and 70s, regardless of that fact. Like, it's just good luck that I have a lot of antiques, honestly, but also not because, you know, tragedy. But my biggest complaint as a 5-year-old to my mother was that my birthday was on October 31st. I was born the 29th. And I got told, you were already 4 days late, and that's not how it works. You don't shove a human back in you because they don't have the best birthday. And that angered me. I wanted a Halloween birthday. Whatever. My second complaint about my birthday to my mom as a 5-year-old was that I wasn't going to get to be a teenager in the 1970s. My mom was a teenager in the 70s, so literally impossible. So this is 100% my aesthetic. I've sent an image to a couple of people and they've literally been like, yep, understand. So I'm gonna make this quilt, but my friend Ashley is gonna make it with me. She has a bundle of a totally different fabric, but we were kind of FaceTiming the other night and doodling it out. So this half is how the lattice is actually supposed to look, like back to back. But we're going to scatter it, and in a couple of the randoms, we're gonna do little dots in the middle to make it look like it broke apart and it's scattering out. I'm going to use this line with just plain muslin. The back is gonna be plain muslin as far as I'm concerned at this moment. Like I want it to look very 70s, unless I can find one of the coordinates that I super love, but it apparently came out in December. It's really hard to get your hands on now. It was super popular. Maureen McCormick of the Brady Bunch designed it. You want to know the name of this bundle? It's called a Blooming Bunch instead of the Brady Bunch. And here it is. Look, it's Maureen McCormick. All right, so I'm gonna open it with you on camera. I'm so excited. Also, I bought this from a shop on Etsy from Louisiana, and it smells amazing. Whatever her shop smells like freaking fabric softener. It smells so good. But, oh, guys, can we talk about this? Like, if you know me at all, and here's the thing, this is what the quilt is going to actually look like. We are not putting borders on this thing at all. This is going to be the quilt, and this is going to end up being about, it's going to end up being 85 by 95-ish, like somewhere around there. So in between a queen and a king, like not quite a queen with maximum like length overhang, but like in between a long queen and a short king, if that makes sense. No borders. You can make it go any direction. Like you can make the scatter go any direction. These fabrics, they make my heart sing so much. This is the only reason why the video is going to take forever, is because I really want to show you all these fabrics. If you're not interested in this, you can dip out. It's fine. But oh my gosh, look at how amazing this is. Like, can someone make me a garment or like a bag or like a garment, like a whole outfit? I mean, look how amazing these are. This one is really cool because it like goes bigger and like smaller. So cute. So cute. So like here's the greens. There's checkers. And then here's a really wild one. Oh my gosh. Can you not? Can you just not? It's amazing. It's so amazing. I just can't. I just can't even. And honestly, one of the, like this kind of, no, the pink version. Yeah. The pink version of this, which you'll see it, looks just like wallpaper in my great aunt's bathroom, hall bathroom. And one of the blue ones looks kind of similar to my great aunt's bathroom. Okay, so here's like the white background ones. It's just like, it's literally like she took the Brady Bunch like wallpaper and like every like 70s decor and just put it on fabric, and I am here for it. Look at this tangerine orange floral. That's what I'm saying, like just with like plain muslin, this thing is going to just be obnoxiously amazing. Like, this looks like my great aunt's bathroom. I love this so much. I don't even think I can overly express how much this makes me happy. Okay. And then the yellow section is like, it's called cheddar. Oh my gosh. There's some stripes in there. So the stripes, because of matching up the lattice square, I'm not gonna use any of these for the main squares, because anyways, they're gonna be for like the single like random dots. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. Oh, here's the last orange based one. Ugh, it's just too good. Here's another of those like big and small, a really pretty pink stripe, small pink. This, okay, but this one looks more like the bathroom, but like I feel like the background, maybe it is more like the green background one. I think it more is like the green background one. Anyways, and then we have a pink gingham. Oops. And then this funky one, a darker pink gingham, and then this really fun like daisy-ish print. Oh my gosh. Like, can you not? Anyways, it's called a blooming bunch. I'm having like, if I need any more of this, so I'm gonna iron this. Ashley's out of town this weekend, and I have Caitlin's coming. So I can't do anything with this, but we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna at least cut out our fabrics this next week just to make sure that we don't need any more. Because if we do, for both of our fabrics, I think like if we need any more, we have to like get it sooner than later, because it's getting harder to find. And then the first week of the month after we both get paid, there is a shop not far from us that we're gonna go. And she has a couple of the coordinating fabrics. So I'm going to get one of the coordinating fabrics that she has for the binding. And, yeah. And any scraps that I have, I may make like a little patchwork pillow to go for my bed. I don't know. Anyways, mine's going to look more like an old school, like coverlet, basically. Like I want to make it big enough to like go over the pillows and be like the ultimate like 70s amazingness dream. That might be like a nightmare for some people, but for me it's like living. Okay, so these are probably two of my favorites in the entire line. I just love these. Like, oh, can you not? So I'm really hoping that she maybe has this one and I can use that as the binding. If not, I hope she has one of the blues. But okay, so there's those two, and then these are the blue based ones. So we have the little flowers in the blue. I love this one so much with the green and pink with the aqua. Oh, love it. And then here's the blue, a blue gingham, the funky blue one, and then the last one, the little daisies. Oh my gosh. Like I said, if you know me, like even like the slightest, you know this is like my dream quilt right here. There's so many lines that have been like 70s-ish and floral and been like this colorway but just weren't right, and I've never bought any of them because they just weren't, there just wasn't something right about it. And then I saw some of this and I was like, oh my God. And then I read the title and I was like, that's an interesting name. And then I saw that the designer was Marie McCormick, and I died. But yes, Maureen McCormick made this. It's so exciting. And now I have more motor ribbon, so I can make something fun with that. So anyways, that's happening. That's what I've been excited about. I've been like doodling quilts. We've been figuring out this this thing, and I've been having fun sewing too. And yes, I need to work on my other sewing projects. And actually, after the needle book and the pillows, that's what was going to happen until I accidentally discovered this. And I was talking about it with Ashley, and I doodled out the quilt, and she was like, I love how you changed that, and I have a bundle that I want to do that with. She goes, can I do it with you? And I was like, heck yes, we can do it together. So we're going to start cutting it. And we might just work on it whenever we're together and like sew it together, maybe at her house, because she has like this really big like sewing studio room. So yeah, I'm gonna iron them and get them all ready for next week, because we want to hang out and have a cutting session of our fabrics and see if we need any more. But yeah, I'm just gonna mix it with a regular, just a regular plain muslin. I think that'll look, I don't think it'll clash a whole lot with the white. I think it would actually make it look more vintagey, because that's like the other thing. I kind of want this to look like I made it in the 70s. Like I'm so excited. If you can't tell, also, it just smells so stinking good. So anyways, this is so exciting to me. And I know that I do still want to make my cat quilt for my room, but like I've been wanting to make a 70s giant quilt for my bed for years. And this is the perfect fabric for it. The perfect fabric. And so if I do need to get any more, if I am able to get my hands on another fat 1/8, or I might even splurge and get a fat 1/4. I may even make it a little bit bigger just for shrinkage and make it a little bit bigger to be a king. I want this quilt to last for forever. And if I ever get a bigger bed, I want it to be able to fit on it. Like this is like my dream quilt. Like my cat quilt is also a dream quilt, but at the same time, like, I don't know why my inner self has always been drawn to the 60s and the 70s, but it has. Like, looking at this, I could cry happy tears. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like trying to hide it, like hold it back, but it also makes me think of my mom. It makes me think of my grandma. Like, it makes me think of just everyone in my life who has like made antiques really important to me and history really important to me, and just like fun and whimsy and all that kind of stuff. And I've always been the person that, like, the avocado green appliances have always been like my favorite. Or like, honestly, my kitchen table is from the 1950s, late 50s to early 60s. Found it at an antique store. Got a great deal on it. The chairs have avocado green leather on them, original with the studs. And no, like, most people wouldn't want something like that. I absolutely love it, but like, I designed my kitchen countertops in navy, yellow, and avocado green. One, to match those chairs, but two, because I wanted a modern looking 70s vibe, and it just is what it is. It is what it is. So this is like my dream come true. This is a long enough video. I need to get busy and get to work, so that way the sooner I get things done, the sooner I can sit down and stitch, finish that daggum bunny, maybe take a break with a fruit, and then start the little chick, come back to fruit, Titanic, and then fruit, sewing. So I hope that y'all have a fantastic weekend, had a great week, and have a fantastic week coming up. I will see y'all next Friday. I rambled a lot about sewing, but that's what I've been up to this week. I just getting back into some of my other creative passions, and it's been so much fun. And I know a lot of y'all also sew, so if you're into this as much as I am, it is becoming very hard to get your hands on bundles. You can still get cuts of like bolts, but actual bundles, it's getting hard to find them online. So, and none of our shops have any anymore like around us. So it's getting hard to find. If this tickled your fancy, get online now, but save me one, because even if I don't need one, I might get one just to make my quilt bigger. And I want to do muslin on the back, but also any extras of the fabrics. I think I'm going to make a little patchwork line of them across the back, maybe. Like just like in the middle or like somewhere, just a little strip. I just think it'd be really cool. All right. That's enough of me rambling. I will see y'all next week. I hope that y'all have a good one. Bye, guys.